Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't posted in a while and I'm so sorry, but here I am for today's video. I'm going to be sharing my testimony, just you and me having some one-on-one time. So let's get started. I grew up in a Christian household with loving Christian parents and loving siblings, so we went to church every Sunday, never missed church unless we were sick. And so before I was Christian, let's just say I was not the best child. I mean, no child's perfect, but I in particular was so selfish. If my mom asked me to do like the dishes or anything or clean my room, I would really fight her on it. I definitely did not like doing anything for anybody else. I was super selfish. I was stubborn. I mean, I'm still a little bit stubborn, but definitely not as much as I was before. So I knew about who God was. I knew who Jesus was. I knew all the Bible stories because we attended church every Sunday. So I just like to play good little Christian. Well, good little Christian. I wasn't exactly a Christian yet, but I thought I was because I thought my parents being saved meant I was saved too. So I definitely knew who God was. I didn't understand that I exactly needed to be saved from my sin. I very much loved my sin. I loved sitting in my sin and just being able to do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. So I was definitely a carefree child, wanting only what I wanted when I wanted it. So very selfish of me. Um, but I knew I needed to be saved. In second grade, I realized like God put like this kind of burden, like this guilt on my heart. And that's when I realized I needed to become a Christian, but I wasn't quite sure how or why I really needed it. I just felt this guilt, this like pressure. I'd heard Jesus' name multiple times in church. I knew who he was. I knew he died on the cross for my sins, and if I believed in him, I could become a Christian. But I very much wanted to sit in my sin. I put off being a Christian, but one night I was in bed and like the weight was just so strong on my heart. It's actually really hard to explain. I knew if I just knew I had to do it that night. So my parents had already put me down to bed, but I didn't care. So I went downstairs. I sat with my parents. I told them I knew I wanted to become a Christian, and they talked me over what it meant to be Christian. They talked me over that Jesus had died. He'd lived a perfect life, died on the cross, and he had rose, and he can forgive my sins. So that night, I became a Christian, and so I was 7 years old. I remember a lot about that night, but especially being able to feel this overwhelming sense of like joy and peace. I was 7. I don't know how a 7-year-old can experience something like that. It's honestly truly the work of God being able to place that in my life. But even being so young, and I'm just so thankful for being able to be a Christian at such a young age and having been saved at a young age. The fact that God like called me to him was just spectacular. So I was super thrilled. So ever since I've been a Christian, I've grown so much. We used to like church skip when I was little. Like we used to go from church to church, and as of 3.5 years ago, we found a church, and I was like, we'd gone to church camps and stuff, and like I was a Christian, but I wasn't very strong in my faith. I didn't really know what my next steps were. So when we joined that church, that's when I really started becoming passionate about serving in the church. God gave me the old selfish heart I had and turned me into a servant for his kingdom. And so he very much let my heart that was bad be turned and used for his glory. So I now gladly serve in preschool and kids, and I love it so much. Just being able to see the kids I work with in church grow and ask their good questions is really encouraging for me, being able to serve along with them and being able to be a good example for them has been so growing and encouraging. And I've been discipled for like the past couple months, and it's really grown me a lot, being able to ask all those questions I have in my head to a stronger, more mature believer. I've so much enjoyed, and I can go to my parents for so many questions and they answer them so well. And whenever they don't know, they look it up in the Bible and they can show me that. And so I've done multiple Bible studies on my own now. I feel like God has grown me so much and matured me so much, because when I first became a Christian, I didn't exactly know what to do at first. But I feel like God has told me to go out and serve his kingdom in my church. And as of like 2 weeks ago, we had the chance to go on a mission trip and go work with Freeway Ministries, and that was something I had never done before. So we got to go serve with them, and that was just super cool. So many people pouring into me, and just being able to get out of my comfort zone and go serve in God's kingdom a way I'd never done before was super encouraging. So I hope my testimony can impact some of y'all today. And I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying that y'all come to Christ. And if y'all already are Christians, I'm praying that God will grow you and use you for his kingdom. And because God is worthy, he's worthy of all the glory and all the power. So that'll be an end for this week's video. I'll be trying to post as much as possible, but we'll see. My life gets kind of crazy, but see y'all in next week's video, maybe.